For?
My name is Drew Mosley. I'm a solutions architect at Toradex for our Torizon platform. Focus on all things software as a service, cloud connectivity, and the embedded operating system side of things.
So is it nice to be in a real trade show?
Yes, it's great to be out, meeting people, talking to people. My knees and back are not real happy about it, but it is nice to be getting out and getting some travel in, for sure.
And where are you based?
I'm out of Florida, out of the Tampa Bay area in Florida in the U.S.
Is it like an office or just
No,
you?
I just work from home, just me from my home office.
So there is the Seattle office?
Correct, yeah, that's our U.S. headquarters is in Seattle.
And a bunch of stuff around the world, huh?
Yeah, we have our main headquarters in Lucerne, Switzerland, and then we have another big facility down in Brazil, and a number of smaller facilities in different places, and then a few folks like me that are full-time remote. Our picture here of Torizon kind of give you an idea. Torizon is intended to be a full end-to-end solution for connected embedded Linux devices. So it's the full operating system that runs on the device itself, which is a Linux-based operating system based on the Octo project, and then we've added additional functionality into that, such as the Docker container runtime for hosting the applications. We have the over-the-air update client, remote fleet monitoring, remote device monitoring, things like that, all built in. And then we have the server side, which comes over here to to our web dashboard to kind of give you a view at a glance of the entire device fleet. So you're able so if we pull up information specific to this device here, you'll see in a moment we start to get various metrics such as CPU usage, memory usage, that kind of thing, so that you can remotely monitor your devices when they're deployed out in production. We also have the ability to send updated software to the devices, either operating system or application updates, and in the future we'll also support things like bootloader updates. So the idea is the entire life cycle of the product, from development all the way through to production and operations, is all handled by the central Torizon system. So we also have development IDE integration for developer workflows to allow your developers to quickly get started building applications and not have to worry about the complexity of dealing with a Linux system in one of these systems on modules.
Nice. It's crucial to bring a system that has long-term support thought through in the system.
Absolutely, yeah. So I mean, our support strategy is we generally we do quarterly releases, and we're getting ready to do our first long-term release, which will be supported for 3 years, I think. So the idea is, you can get your product out there, and for 3 years we will continue to issue security fixes and bug fixes and that kind of thing to each release, and you won't have to migrate until the next long-term release, which will be after another 3 years.
Nice. Is there any chance you have another Type-C cable? Like this one, it seems it's not going to...
This is our full end-to-end platform for connected embedded Linux devices. So it starts at the very lowest level with the Torizon Core operating system, which is a Yocto-based distribution that runs on our modules. It includes the full board support package, kernel, device tray, all those kind of things, as well as the container runtime where you're running your application. It includes over-the-air update capability and other cloud connectivity for things such as fleet monitoring, device monitoring. Eventually we'll have things like remote device access and troubleshooting. And we also have support for all cycles of the product lifecycle, all phases of the product lifecycle. So on our diagram here, you see we have support for developer workflows using IDE integration, so your developers can start developing their applications quickly without needing to understand the complexities of the underlying system. They just jump into the IDE, they say, give me a project that is a Python application for this operating system, and they're put into a source code window and they start writing their source code. And they don't have to know anything about containers or Linux or our hardware or anything. They can focus on their value add to the system. And then when you're ready to go into production, we also have the workflows that are supposed to, that will help with the production side. So your operations staff can can maintain the devices when they're deployed to the field. They can deploy updates to them. They can help troubleshoot issues that customers are having and that kind of thing. So the idea is from the very beginning of your development cycle all the way through the product life cycle in the field and all the way through to the end of life of product, Torizon is intended to be able to help you get your software up and running and deployed in the field.
Nice. How's the reception been?
It's been very good. It's been very good. It's great to be back in a live show. From what I hear, this is smaller than usual for Embedded World, but we've had a decent amount of traffic here at the booth, and I think we've given out a lot of Swiss chocolates. So if you're in the area, come by. We got chocolates for you. We're happy to tell you more about our stuff.
All right. Great integration with Qt.
Yeah, so we're sharing a booth with Qt. Obviously, they're one of our partners. We do provide supported containers for Qt-based applications. You can just go directly to our website. We have a lot of getting started guides and things like that for running your applications, your Qt applications in a container on top of Torizon with proper graphics access. You see here in our display in the background, we got a small Qt example app running. So we're able to get full 3D access through the Qt APIs and nice graphics on our displays.
Nice.
I'm a senior solution architect at Toradex, a Swiss embedded company. And we have three families, the Apalis, which is the bigger module, the Colibri, and the newer family is the Verdin family. And we added one new module to the Verdin family, and that's the Verdin IMX 8M Plus based system on chip, which has cool features. So you're gonna have a second Ethernet RGMI interface. It has a neural network processor, so we use it, for example, with a smart camera kit. We later are gonna talk especially about the Maven computer vision kit. So this has a neural network processor on the board, which accelerates for low power, basically neural networks. And we have two native CAN interfaces on this as well. So yeah, a new addition to the Maven platform. Like we have development kits. All the reference designs for the development kits, schematic, BOM information is free. So you could take the information and produce it by yourself. You can easily make your own computer module based on our design guides and on the schematic. And we have these two development boards, the big and the small one, and now we have also a mass market module coming up, the Mellow. So the Mellow will be basically a mass market board, which you can integrate the carrier and the SOM basically in your design. So that's will be available soon. And if you basically decide your own board, we support you. We do schematic reviews, hardware reviews. We have lots of tutorials how to get basically your own design running fast. Okay. So
you want to learn a little bit about our Maven AI Vision Kit?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look.
Okay.
So here we have this smart camera, and as you can see, your face is basically blurred. So obviously that's for a privacy application. And I mean, this is just one application. The whole idea is basically this camera here, which includes an Verdin with an IMX 8M Mini. So it has a neural network processor on it. So you can do very high performance AI stuff on a very small thermal footprint. So and around 5 watts you can do 300 frames per second SSD stuff. So you can do object detection super fast and you don't need a lot of power. The problem is that a lot of the AI applications, you need to go into the field and really try it out. How does it work with that light? How does it work on the factory floor? How does it work on a tractor? And that's the reason we built together with our partner, Ozone, this kit. So you can basically directly deploy it for prototypes, but even small series, you can directly use it. It's also very modular, so So you can change the lenses, you can change the camera sensor, you can have regular Ethernet, you can have power over Ethernet, and there's kind of a board here and a board here, and then in the middle here is the module. So it's, you can adjust, maybe you need a big sensor or a small one or a fast one or a black and white or a color one, and so on. So we see a lot of interest in that product. And then on the software side, it comes with Torizon. You heard before on that stream about Torizon, and the cool thing is it's really fully integrated. So you get the AI part, the cameras, but you get also a maintained operating system. You can update over our web UI. You get device monitoring, you get remote access if you need to fit something, so you get the whole package. And then on the AI side, we partner with Ozone, and we also have a demo with Amazon AWS, where you can use their SageMaker tools to deploy directly to this hardware. It will optimize it for that hardware. Or Ozone, there they have a tool chain you can optimize also for this embedded product. It's very important. If you use regular TensorFlow and you have your neural network and you try to run it on an embedded system, it will not perform that well. But if you design for it, or if you do the right optimization steps with the right tooling, you can get extremely good performance.
So how's been the uptake of the whole Torizon platform?
It has been very good. So we have a lot of customers migrating from Windows CE, coming from Windows, or people who use Yocto, but they more like to focus on the application, where they really have value and not on maintaining a Yocto operating system. So we see it very good. So on the new projects, it's more than 30%, and we see that growing quite fast. And we also now have the first paying customers on Torizon, the platform, so the hosted over-the-air update system. We see people now also adopting that. We have a lot of people running trials, and now we have the first kind of commercial customer using that. The great thing is it's very, very reliable and very, very secure. So ideally for our target areas, which is industrial automation, which is medical, which is transportation, test and management, and smart city, smart building applications.
And you're going to aim for 20-25 years support, right?
Yeah, so we have long-term support. So we basically more focus on a rolling release because we can do updates. So you can actually, if you like, you can get a new OS even every 3 months. It's fully validated if you always want to stay up with the latest patches. Or you can pick a version and then we long-term support it for at least 3 years, and then we will get a new one and a new one. So for our modules, they're available up to 15 years, and we will give you software support for the whole lifetime of the product. And as Toradex is already a little bit older, we can also prove that. So we have PXA modules where you can really go there and see how long we support the hardware, how long we support the software, so we really have a track record on that.
Nice. So the integration with Qt, the integration with your customers, everything is just getting smoother all the time?
Yes, we are constantly improving that. We just hire more people, just purely focus on UX. So for us, we have the slogan, make embedded computing easy, and that's really a focus for our customer to have it as easy as possible. Of course, when Torizon is brand new, you have to get used to, but now it gets better, we have better documentation, the UI is smoother, everything gets much easier, and we see extremely good feedback because people can spend more time on their application, on their differentiator, and they don't need to worry about the OTA, about the OS, and so we see really good feedback.
Nice. How many partners do you have around here at the embedded world?
At the embedded world, it's a good question. Probably about 10, 15 which are here. We have demos. So Maivin, you can see at Amazon, AWS yesterday, they showed that. You can see it at NXP, actually even Micron, which is a vendor of our Flash, they really like it, so they also show it there. There's other partners like on the Qt booth, KDAB is here, they have some other booths. There is a camera vendors here, Econ System, vision components, which which we work together. So cameras can be very easy integrated because that's very important. Of course, NXP I already talked, and I'm pretty sure I forgot many. Yeah, but you see a big.
Can we visit some of them?
Yeah, we can have a look at Qt maybe. So we are at the Qt booth here because of COVID. We decided not to have our own booth, but we still use our small spot here at the Qt booth.
But COVID is finished.
It's a very typical application. They use our Apalis IMX8 Quad Max. So it's a very powerful SOM. It's a lot of security feature. And Qt shows here how it can be used for functional safety. And I don't know if there is somebody around here, maybe from Qt. Get one here. By the way, this is our standard carrier board. It's an Iris. And then connected it with HDMI. And medical is really, it's our second biggest market. Even in COVID, it's probably our market. We have a lot of lung ventilators, a lot of analytics devices, which were very useful and hopefully helped to save a lot of lives in COVID.
Nice.
Yeah, and then, but of course, if it's about safety, I mean, the hardware is one, the operating system is one, but if the UI is critical, then you also need to be worried about that.
Nice.
To show that we can manage both 2D and 3D on the same interface. So it's for medical. It's a medical device, and it's to give a good idea of how our workflow. So it's allow for the designer to create first an interface for the 2D part. It could be on Photoshop, XD, or Figma or Sketch. Then with our bridge, we can export the design and create a file. This file we open on Design Studio. First, the first value is we recreate all the screens and all the graphical assets, and then you can start to animate. So on this example, we can animate and move some different components. We include charts. So it's a simulation, but we really can include real charts on our solution. And so we create some different animation. Here you see that we animate the different modules. Of course, we can create some different menu, some different state of the button. And as I explained at the beginning, a 3D animation with different kind of zoom and animation. So based mainly on the timeline. So we include the main feature to create some very efficient design. And the main value of our solution is for the designer to create the animation and generate code. So as a designer, I became a developer. And for the good synergy between designer and developer, it's very good because it's a common language. And after, when I finish, I just have to drag to drop my file on Git, and after on the backend for the developer, just open the CMake file and retrieve all the code. So it's to make it very fast and to simplify the current workflow for designer and developer to work together.
Nice. What else are you showing here at the booth?
What we show, you mean?
What else do you want to show at the booth?
Oh, I can show the best demo because I created myself.
Okay, let's check it out.
I'm proud to present our coffee machine. So, perfect. One details, you can grab a coffee. But except these details, we created on the solution team, so a global interface and communication. So I designed this one on Photoshop. This one is on Figma. It's to demonstrate the capability to export the design. I choose on this part to design on the glassomorphism way. This design is based on neumorphism. It's just for the designer to know that we really can create every kind of design. And let's select Qt. So here is to give you a kind of example. I choose some different kind of animation. I create different kind of states. We include here some slider on the setting to, if you want more milk or more sugar, and add a 3D models. So as I explained before, we include both 3D and 2D on the same interface. We have here our system of communication. So by MQTT, when I grab a coffee, the value increase here. We have some level, for example, coffee. If I choose another product, we will see that you have some communication, and here will be appear a warning message. So the value change here. So the solution is to manage all the part of the coffee machine. But I have not on my pocket. We can develop for Android and a solution to directly scan and choose your coffee on the QR code. The way it's because we are on COVID time to not have to touch the screen and directly choose your coffee on your phone.
Nice. That's
nice.
cool.
It's cool? Okay, a pleasure.
So Qt is a way to develop beautiful graphical user interfaces easily.
Exactly. It's the goal. It's of course to allow for the designer to create a very nice interface, but especially to not ask for the developers to recreate the design, because as a designer on Design Studio, I will directly, by creating my HMI, I will directly generate some code. So it's not only a tool to create a nice interface, it's to simplify really all the workflow. It's really a new workflow.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Cool.
It was a pleasure.
Okay, the video is gonna go.
And okay, and
later on YouTube.
it's for you too. I will become a star.
Thanks.
Good, we can have a look at maybe KDAB, one of our other partners, and see if they have something interesting. We're here at the KDAB area on the Qt booth, and that's a demo with our Apalis IMX8 Quad Max. Christoph, probably you can talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, this is our demo here, and as you can see, we are showing a 3D demo here. We have a automotive application here, actually showing a 3D model of a car, which is now a bit distorted because we can actually change all the properties of it. We can change like the looks of it. Now it looks like a German taxi that you probably know from the streets. If you ever in Germany yet, and we can animate lots of things. Like we can animate the individual parts of the car. And the kicker of this demo is that this was not done by a programmer, but it was done by a 3D artist on a computer. So they could upload the model in a new format called GLTF, which becomes the standard for transferring 3D models. And this will then will be loaded by our engine and will be shown for our customers. So this might be one use case where we use it, and again showing the board. We're not having a fan, so thermally we are doing all this with 60 FPS on the IMX8, but without a fan, so thermally quite stable. And we actually want to provide this for customers for certain situations. For example, this lane change demo, where you can actually change lanes dynamically. You see, because I'm now trying to do it, it's not possible because actually the cars are hindering me for doing this. So all in all, this is our demo, our product Coesa, which is a 3D demo, 3D product we bring into Qt, doing the 2D. And we do the 3D efficiently on the IMX8, in this case provided by Toradex, our partner here on the demo.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for showing. Cool. All right.
Yeah, so I think close around here, I think that's it. There are more demos, but they're further away, like NXP booth, or KDAB has another booth down there with some demos.
Yeah. I think I'm going to disconnect.